County Board of County Commissioners, December 10th, 2024. We, on this Tuesday, unusually, are having a legislative meeting because we did not have a legislative meeting last week. And we've got lots of business here at the end of the year to take care of. So we will treat this, though, as a legislative meeting with all its trappings. And so we will have the silent prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance at the top of the meeting today. So please join us in silent prayer. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we go any further, I'd like everybody to introduce themselves on the dais.
Christy Rischel, Assistant Clerk.
Leslie Hervey, Clerk to the Board.
Stephanie Summerall-Dumas, Commissioner.
Jeff Alito, County Administrator.
Patrick Dressing, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney.
And I'm Denise Treehouse, County Commissioner. All right, let's approve of the minutes of the previous session. I'll make a motion.
Second.
Commissioner Dreehouse.
Yes?
Commissioner Summer-Dumas.
Yes.
Thank you. I also will make a motion to excuse Commissioner Reese from the meeting today.
Second.
Commissioner Dreehouse.
Yes?
Commissioner Summer-Dumas.
Yes.
Thank you. The next item is public comments. I don't have any cards. Do we have anybody here for public comment? No? Okay. We then also have comments and motions from the board. And since we're having two legislative meetings this week, Commissioner Dumas and I are going to hold our comments until Thursday, other than to say congratulations once again to Holly Chrisman. I know she's not in the room. She's at the lunch at which she is being honored by the Business Courier, but she is a woman who means business, and we were very happy to celebrate her this afternoon at their luncheon. So congratulations to Holly. Jeff, do you have anything that you would like to offer by way of comments before we get started?
Nothing before we get started.
Okay, all right.
Commissioner.
We're going to move to the regular agenda. I know Eric Beck, the engineer, is out there in the audience. Eric, you've got a lot of items today. Yeah, welcome. Here we go.
Thank you for fitting us in. The first item is the engineer's report for the annexation petition from the City of Loveland for the Polk Run Sewer Plat annexation containing 21.619 acres from Sims Township to the City of Loveland. Our office has reviewed the plat, the legal description and the ownership of the area to be annexed, and finds it all to be accurate and to be accepted by the board as a report. Items 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all our general operating items for next year. Item 2 is a resolution directing the county engineer to conduct an annual meeting per Ohio Revised Code Section 554306. Cost not to exceed $6,000 out of the Hamilton County Engineers Road and Bridge Funds. Item 3 is a resolution authorizing the county engineer to employ labor, purchase materials, and proceed by force account in maintenance, repair, construction, and reconstruction of roads, bridges, and culverts in 2025. These funds will come out of the Road and Bridge Fund that are allocated within the 2025 recommended budget. Item number 4 is a resolution authorizing the use of a credit card in 2025 for the engineer's office, not to exceed $2,000 per month and $24,000 per year. Item 5 is a resolution for the county engineer to provide amenities for the calendar year 2025 in accordance with Attorney General's Opinion 82-006. Item number 6 is a resolution to enter an intergovernmental agreement with Miami Township for use of the salt dome and rental of a rubber-tired loader for the 2024-25 snow season. The rubber-tired loader portion is not to exceed $2,000 for the season. Those will come out of the Road and Bridge funds. That's where we partner with the township. They own the dome. We put our salt in it and share the facility. Item number 7 is the award of a bid for the project on Old Kellogg Road, Bridge B0087. Project number is 502118, and it's located in Anderson Township. We opened the bids on October 24th. The engineer's estimate was $1,023,000. The low bid was $757,222. We had 5 bidders, 26% below the engineer's estimate, which is a good trend that they're starting to go down. All this funding will be out of permissive auto fund with completion date of May of 2025. And I believe that is all the items I have for today.
No questions, just a comment. I love number 7. We're
Good.
below our estimate, so I
Yes.
always like to.
I like that one as well.
Yeah, so other than that, I don't have anything else.
Okay, ditto to that. I did want to highlight item number 1. I just received an email about Hope Run in this project for MSD.
Okay.
And, they were wondering, I guess, the status. We've talked about Hope Run for quite some time, and so I am glad to see that it's on our agenda. I guess this is the step before, or it needs to happen prior to MSD then starting to work on Hope Run. And
That is correct. This is them acquiring so that they can work in the land, the property.
all right, good news for those interested in that.
Yes, and the resolution will be in your regular items.
Okay. My mic was off. Oh, well. I'm not going to say anything all over. All right. Well, anyway, good job, Eric.
Thank you
for being here. I'm going to move that we approve of agenda items 1 through 7.
Second,
Commissioner Dreehouse?
Yes?
Commissioner Summer Dumas?
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we go any further into the consent agenda, we're going to backtrack a little bit. Commissioner Dumas has a presentation.
Yes, thank you. How could I forget? We have a very special guest here today from our Inspire initiative, which will be the last guest and activity that we've done this year. So she's very special, and Alice is with her, the Young Authors Group. So welcome.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, commissioners. We have Jaquan Postel from the Junior Authors,
Yeah.
and she has a phenomenal program, but I'm going to let her tell you a little bit more about it. You want to come on?
Hello, everyone. I'm normally not shy, but I did get a little nervous. So the Junior Authors Program, we are a book publishing program here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We publish young authors ages 10 to 17. Once their books are published, they're made available on the Kindle and Amazon stores. Their graduation, if you will, is a book signing, and we have those at one of our partner sites, which is Cincinnati Public Schools. We're also a partner with Columbus City Schools. And we also have all of our signings at the library. The main library purchases the books, and they distribute them throughout the city. We are really thankful for the Hamilton County Economic Inclusion and Equity, as well as the Inspire Youth Initiative, because they have helped us kind of start to build our writing program. They have given us computers, laptops. They have helped our designer, and he now has surfaces to use. Our designer went to the Art Institute of Atlanta, and so he is a graphic designer as well as an illustrator. He needed some new surfaces, and they provided those for us, as well as 8 laptops. We also just started something called Signings Galore, because we also publish adults, and so they have allowed us to, they purchased some backdrops for us, some tablecloths and things of that nature. To date, we started our program in September 2020, and to date, we have published over 100 authors, and we are really proud of that work.
Thank you. I am so impressed. Don't leave yet. Yeah. Yes. Are you also an author? Or?
I am. I've written 9 books.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's great. I'm just so
so much.
impressed. And when you see the young people with those beautiful books, so
Yes.
I can't think of a better, how can I say, project to have on the last presentation for December. Not that all of them were not good, whoever's listening, but to see those young people, and we need to be working with young
Yes.
people even more. So
Absolutely.
that is great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, it's spectacular. Congratulations, and congratulations to all the kids that have participated. How did you say you, what I'm interested in is knowing how you let other kids meet these authors
Yes.
so that it would inspire them to do the same. So how do you interface with the schools?
Yeah, so absolutely. So we went through the communications department at the Cincinnati Public Schools, and they kind of got us out there. We got into the resource coordinator program, got with the resource coordinators, and they kind of pumped our program, right? And so they told the teachers, and we met with parents, and we did an after-school program, and that's kind of how we built our program. And again, we started in 2020 with 4 young ladies. One young lady published a book called 8 in Quarantine during the quarantine. And then it just grew. We were all over the news. They did a month-long segment on us, Channel 9. We've been everywhere, to be honest. And so we just continue to grow. And now we're even in Bethel, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, and every year we publish about 25 students at Bethel, Ohio. So we're growing. And that's how we got to over 100 students.
So how do you disseminate the books?
Okay, so we go ahead, so we put them on Amazon. So the books are made
Okay.
available on Amazon, right? And these young authors receive 100% of their royalties, right? There's a small fee in the beginning, and then in the end, their books are made available on Amazon, Kindle stores, and then their customers go on there and they purchase their books, right? It's a wonderful program. These kids, when they come to their book signings, they make about $500 at their book signings. So if they've purchased 50 books, right, and they purchase them at author copy price, which is about $2.30 on Amazon. They purchase those books, they bring them to the book signing, and then they sell them at cost. They sell them for $10. Some of their books are $15, and they sell them, and they make about $500. We have never had anybody make less than $400 at one of their book signings.
Wow.
That's really great. So, Commissioner, I don't know about you, but I'd like to be invited to the book signings.
Yes, absolutely.
So that we can
have you.
because we tutor down at Euler, and I'd love to have them have some of the books and say, hey, these are kids.
I've been trying to get into Euler. So
Oh, well,
that's-
let's talk. But Commissioner, and thanks to you for bringing the program
yeah,
forward.
absolutely.
It's really remarkable.
Yeah. What's the age range on your children?
ages 10 to 17, but we
To
just were,
17.
we was at the Books by the Banks event. They invited us to come and we brought 4 authors, which was amazing. And one of my authors now goes to Miami University, but she came down from Miami. She's written 2 books. And so she was there as well as our other authors. But yeah, we're in the city.
That's
We're
great.
here, we're ready.
And I just want, you didn't say anything about you.
Oh.
And so your energy is so infectious. I'm sure that's why your children, part of the reason why they've succeeded so well.
So very much.
Thank you. I was just sitting here and thinking about how difficult it was for me trying to get my book on Amazon. I should have went to you guys.
Yes, you should have.
Please,
Please
so,
come. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, I
for being here.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it, thank you. All right, we're going to go back to the consent agenda, so we're on item number 8.
Thank you, Commissioners. I'll just walk through this fairly quickly. Item number 8 is the resolution reappointing a member to the Hamilton County Rural Zoning Commission. That's Craig Abercrombie. Item number 9 is a resolution. This comes off of the report you heard from Engineer Beck earlier. This is actually the resolution granting the petition of annexation from Sims Township to the City of Loveland. Item number 10 is a resolution authorizing an MOU with the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office. This is for the use of ARPA funds previously designated by the board. Item number 11 is a resolution authorizing the use of, or requesting the authorization and use of outside counsel by the Board of County Commissioners in an amount not to exceed $250 per hour. Item number 12 is a resolution determining that county-owned properties are no longer needed for public use and authorizing the Community Improvement Corporation to act as agent for Hamilton County to sell properties. This is the necessary step to put the various properties associated with the Mercy acquisition in the hands of the CIC to affect their disposition. Item 13 is authorizing the purchase of an F-250 truck in the engineer's office for $51,215. Item 14 is a resolution accepting a purchase order in the communications office and communications department for $115,200. Item 15 is the award of a bid to Triton Services for a domestic hot water replacement at Great American Ballpark. Item 16 is the purchase of a 2024 F-550 truck for $86,535. Item 17 is a resolution authorizing the purchase of 2 2025 Ford Escapes as replacements in juvenile court for $60,278. Item 18 is a resolution authorizing the award of an agreement to Triton Services for the boiler exhaust system replacement at Paycor Stadium for $105,000. Item 19 is a resolution authorizing the purchase of a Toyota Sienna hybrid in Hamilton County Environmental Services for $51,446. Item number 20 and this item relates to a enterprise zone agreement that the board previously heard about in staff meeting. Commissioners, this is a resolution authorizing the execution of an agreement between the Board of County Commissioners and Givaudan Flavors, and making certain findings with respect to urban jobs and enterprise zones of the county. I know Harry Blanton is also here if there are any questions on that. Item 21, Commissioners, I believe the board has decided to hold until Thursday's meeting. Item 22 is a resolution. These next several items relate to community revitalization grants that the board has heard previously about in staff meeting. I'll just list the community and the dollar amount. Item 22 is the Village of Addiston for $140,000. Item 23 is the Village of Newtown for $50,000. Item 24 is the City of Blue Ash for $412,136. Item 25 is the City of Madeira for $250,000. Item 26 is a resolution modifying the personnel policy manual to deal with building closures and the redeployment of staff and to be more consistent with remote work responsibilities of county staff. Starting with item 27, there are various JFS items. Item 27 is an agreement with NECO for independent living services, $1.1 million. Item 28 is an agreement with Lighthouse Youth Services for independent living services, $3 million. Item 29 is an agreement with Dream Center for Girls for group home services, $520,125. Item 30 is a resolution with DTAC or Hiddle House for residential treatment services, $150,000. Item 31 is an agreement with Step Higher Inc., Nella's Place for independent living services, $500,000. Item 32 is an agreement with various group home providers for group home services for $10 million. This authorizes negotiations with these various providers. Item 33 is a resolution authorizing an amendment to an agreement with Harbor for youth employment services, $346,364. Item 34 is renewal one with an agreement with Kelly Youth Services for independent living services, $4 million. Item 35 is a renewal agreement with Talbert House for Ohio Works First work participation services. This is actually an amendment and a reduction in contract value of $141,805. Item 36 is a resolution authorizing the use of credit cards by municipal court for $28,500. Item 37 is authorizing credit cards in the use of credit cards in planning and development for $36,000. Item 38 is the approval of 4 liquor permits in the sheriff's office. And I do have 2 by leaves, Commissioner. I'll just go, if you want to do the consent agenda first, and I can go straight to those.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. So that's a very long consent agenda. I did want to highlight a couple of things. Item 20 in particular with the Givaudan Flavors Corporation. I know that I see the president and CEO is out in the audience. Harry is also here. I am delighted to have this on the agenda and have this move forward. It's great for the community, especially as it's in Reading, the community of Reading, that will see the benefit of this by way of the jobs and the economic development activity out there, but by way of the entire county. So thank you for your cooperation here. It's been a very smooth process, and we're glad to see you in the audience in support of this. And then I did want to highlight items 22 through 25. These are the community revitalization grants to Addiston, Newtown, Blue Ash, and Madeira. These are the partnership grants that we offer to create and energize activity in business districts in these communities to help them fund gap finance some of the projects that they know are going to be catalytic in their neighborhoods. And so I'm delighted to see that these communities will benefit from the partnership from Hamilton County on. community revitalization grants. Commissioner Dumas, do you have any comments or questions?
My only comment is what you just said as it relates to the community revitalization grants and how we were able to fund those through ARPA, and they have really made a difference in the communities that we serve.
Okay, great, thank you. All right, so with that, I'm going to make a motion to approve or file for the record items 8 through 20, and then items 22 through 38.
Second.
Commissioner Dreehouse?
Yes,
Commissioner Summer Dumas?
Yes.
thank you. Thank you all for being here, appreciate it. We've got a couple of by leaves, so Administrator, I'm going to leave it to you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Item by leave 1 is another item that we discussed in staff meeting. The board has, I know, has had some conversations with Assistant Administrator Chrisman on this item. This is by leave 1, a resolution amending Hamilton County's American Rescue Plan Act funding plan and reallocating state and local fiscal recovery funds. This is in the amount of $3.149 million. This, as the board is aware, there's roughly $3.1 million. $2 million is being allocated through a contract amendment to CDF, with $1 million of those dollars being reserved in that contract for the assessment of a tiny home project. $1 million is to supplement the stormwater project in Norwood, and $100,000 is for mortgage assistance relief in the community. Happy to answer any questions, but the administration recommends approval.
Thank you. Could Holly come forward, please? This is an item that you've described. I just want to bring you forward, actually. Congratulations, Holly.
Thank you.
Holly was named a woman that means business by the Business Courier, and I think it's worth noting. So
Thank you.
I have no questions. Do you have any questions?
No questions?
No questions.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, we've talked about it before. Just want to bring it up.
This entire by leave agenda was just a ruse.
That's right.
to
That's
get
right. Just
Holly
to
out
have
there.
Holly in the room.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. All right. So I'm going to make a motion to approve of by leave number 1.
Second.
Yes.
Commissioner Summer Dumas?
Yes.
Thank you. By leave number 2.
Thank you, Commissioners. By leave number 2 is a budget adjustment. As the board knows, as we get to the end of the year, we have budget adjustments that include a lot more departments as we look to right-size departments for the end of the year. This is budget adjustment number 45, taking place in Common Pleas Court, the prosecutor, municipal court, probation, planning and development, probate court, the sheriff, various restricted funds, lodging tax, health and hospitalization tax, senior services, zoological gardens, River City Correction Facility grants, planning and development, social services and justice programs, non-departmentals, and the coroner's office. The total amount is $5.463 million. The largest amounts here are the courts. There's a $400,000 item for courts for the migration of technology within the courts, and there's also the appropriation out of the lodging tax to allow the trustee for our occupancy tax funds to meet the disparate distribution obligations of that fund. So the administration recommends approval.
Commissioner, any questions?
No questions.
All right. I'm going to move to approve of by leave number 2.
Second.
Commissioner Dreehouse?
Yes.
Commissioner Summer Dumas?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. And finally, by leave number 3 is budget adjustment number 46. This is for various capital items. This is capital projects for the Hillcrest renovation. The total amount is $6.02 for the Hillcrest renovation. There is a $2.2 million allocation for the sheriff's fingerprint system. There's a $2.68 million allocation, the final appropriation for the Hilltop project, and $507,000 for Justice Center fire alarms. The administration recommends approval.
Commissioner, any questions?
No questions.
On this one, I just want to recognize that these are some pretty big items that we've been working on for a long time. And so once again, glad to see these projects moving forward. I'm going to make a motion to approve of by leave 3.
Second.
Commissioner Dreehouse?
Yes.
Commissioner Summer Dumas?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners, and I believe that completes the by leave agenda.
Madam Chair?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, before we go to our executive session, could we have our special guest come up for a picture? We forgot to get.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure thing.
Or we can, well, no, we want to do it before we make the motion, yeah. Thank you.
We should get in there. Congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thanks.
That's good.
All right. Without further ado then, I'm going to move that we go into executive session pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, Section 121.22G3, to conduct a conference with an attorney for the public body concerning the subject of pending or imminent litigation.
Second,
Commissioner Dreehouse? Commissioner Summer Dumas?
yes.